Hi, my name is Bill Heron, and this is my wife, Kathleen.
Hi.
And we're the owners of American Vision. And you're either looking at us on the website or have visited one of our showrooms, or we've had the privilege of having one of our reps in your home. And we just want to thank you for that. We just feel honored you'd even be considering American Vision. And we thought we'd take this time to introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about our story and how we got started and why that's important to us. It was about 10 years ago, and the wind was blowing in our windows. We just had a baby.
Yep, we just had Joshua, and we were sick, and so I was in the guest room sleeping, and the window was closed, but we felt the breeze coming in through the window.
So we started the process of looking for windows, and I mean, where do you go to get windows? We were looking at the newspaper, and I think we started in the Yellow Pages, and just started calling up companies, and half of them didn't show. And I remember, I worked a lot. I had 7 days a week sometimes, and Kathleen was trying to get appointments by herself, and they wouldn't come unless I was there, and that didn't make my wife too happy.
That was frustrating. Finally, we had a guy come, and he was kind of dressed in like the cutoff shirt, and I'm not very professional, but we finally went with him because he just seemed like he knew what he was talking about. So we went with him, and then this whole process started where I ended up knowing his pager number better than I knew my girlfriend's number, because they said 4 to 6 weeks, and then we had 8 weeks, and then 10, and then the next month, and the next month, and finally we're 3 months into it, and we finally have the window show up, and we get an installation, and it went well. And we actually, the biggest thing is we loved the product because it was just complete silence. Remember your football games?
Oh yeah. I had to get like one Sunday off a month, and for me, after church, it was important during football to get a chance to watch one game. And it was really hot in this room and uncomfortable. The sun was blazing in, and these windows changed my football life, you know, and the room got cooler, and I just was excited about the product, you know. I mean, this is a cool product, I thought.
Really, throughout this whole experience, we were sort of in a transition place in life, and kind of praying about him changing jobs. And he just comes into the living room and sits down and says,
with a wild idea.
Yeah, a wild idea, okay?
You know, and I said to Kathleen.
We didn't know how wild at the moment, but
very wild.
Yeah, it was.
It was we love these windows, we love this product, but we just really didn't like the process. And I wondered what it would look like if we could come up with a kind of a big company, a real company feel, you know, that had professionalism from top to bottom. That's what we are today. You know, we have over 200 plus employees, and it's a whole process, and it kind of revolutionized the entire window industry.
My husband really was convicted about having the word American in there. Kind of how things used to be, you know, pull up to the gas station, somebody actually put gas in your car.
I'm old enough to remember that.
Yeah, but look, you look great, honey. And so, but the whole American thing of how things used to be with customer service and caring about your home and being excited about it, coming into your home, having coffee, talking about things, that's where the name came from.
And craftsmanship, where that used to be important, where people took pride in their work in
right.
construction, and that was what the company's foundation was based on the product and service they deliver rather than the bottom line.
Right. Vision kind of came from, we have this new vision that we want to change the industry. And right in the beginning of the company, we saw this vision, he saw this vision, and from that, you created a mission statement.
Yeah, our mission statement is to revolutionize the home improvement industry, one customer at a time, while changing the lives of our employees for the better. And we feel it's to change the lives of our employees that are going to make your experience the one that we want you to have.
And then it's been so neat because since we've kind of figured out the window thing and it's been so successful, how many do we do a month? My goodness.
Oh, we do over 400 homes a month.
Yeah, so then actually my husband decided we should just start other products.
Well, our customers were asking us, do you do kitchens? Do you do molding? Do you do shutters and blinds? And you know, for the longest time we had to say no. And,
right.
And you know what? Now we're a full service home improvement company, and we've expanded to all those products, and we're looking to do even more. We're being asked to do a lot of things, so it's just really exciting. And again, it comes from the installation perspective. We feel that the installation of our products is the most important part of what we do. I mean, along with the best materials, the highest quality products, the silicones, the woods, everything that you do, you really do have to have the very best in construction quality to make this project go the way that it should. So we feel like we've invested a lot of time and energy to creating what we feel to be the very best installation company in America.
And you'll be amazed if you're missing out if you don't come into American Vision and meet the people. The people are amazing. Their lives truly are changed. You'll hear story. If you just want to come in and you don't have to buy windows, just come in and ask about the stories because you're going to be blown away. So these people are the ones on the other end of the lines taking the lead. They're setting the appointment. They're coming to your home. They're meeting with you. They're installing.
For us, I believe that that's everything. And thank you for listening to our story.
Yes, thank you.